true story. In 1998, a group of ill-fated teens went camping in a condemned woodland and were never seen again. Lifelong friends Josh Thompson, Alex Sanders and Katie Johnston were celebrating their last night together before going to university. Josh, 18, has been longing after Katie secretly for years. Katie, unfortunately, is in a long-term relationship and Josh has to put on a facade for the sake of their friendship. Alex, the cynic, is Josh's best friend. When they stumble upon the sect, Josh feels obliged to protect Katie, while Alex refuses to attribute credibility to the cult's existence. The cult are devout Satanists and are looking for human sacrifices.
It's the main synopsis.
Yeah, and for location, we're going to use, conveniently, there's large wood outside my house, so just going to go into those woods, sort of the shaky camera style. Oh yeah, Blair Witch, but not so much.
We've looked at films like Severance, where at the beginning they've got shots of people running and then they have text come in. So we're going to bring that in and maybe have some sound effects like heavy breathing and running and stuff like that. Probably, yeah, that's good. And like characters-wise, we're thinking maybe just use ourselves for like a cult, or maybe it's really, we don't know whether to be like a cult main characters. It's quite unclear at the moment, but we're going to sort that out in time. But it shouldn't be too difficult.
And how are you planning to create tension in those opening minute and a half?
Well, we'd open it up with the running shots, and we'd interchange between the shot of the running and then maybe some text on a black background, or maybe over the running, and have that to build up tension. And then when we cut back to them all together, first noticing the cult.
It's kind of like a flash forward.
Yeah, it's
then
like
you go
seeing
back
the
to
end at the beginning, basically. So you get right into the story.
Do you think there's a risk with that the viewers will say, well, I know what's going to happen, I'm bored?
Oh, no.
Because it'll be kind of sort of masked enough, like the sort of like.
If you just see someone running towards, you don't really know what's going on, and you're interested to see why they're running and who else is involved and just what's going on. So that's how we open up. Keep it tense.
My other thought is, I guess the risk with this sort of film, maybe Max is going to say something similar, is that what you end up with is just footage of a shaky camera running through a wood.
No, because we're going to mix it with still camera, and then it will cut to the shape, and then it will go back, so it'll be flashing backwards and forwards in between the text bits.
Yeah, I think you've got a good idea, but I've got one slight worry about this. It's just, in that synopsis you're talking about kind of like this whole massive relationship thing. At the same time you want to convey that you're a satanic cult. At the same time you want to convey that you're going to kill humans.
No.
In the wood, it's like you've got 2 minutes and you're really going to...
The three characters with the close relationship are in the woods and they stumble upon like a ritual.
They just stumble upon.
That's the cult.
They
Yeah.
just-
Well, they see the ritual.
Satanic cult, I'm going to leave.
Well, in some of the footage we looked at, we looked at a clip from Siren Blood Curse, which is again in the opening cutscene. There's a film crew that literally do stumble upon like a whole ritual going on. It's quite a good idea, and I mean like we want to do that, but not too similarly. So we have them together in the campsite and then stumbling upon.
What's your film called? The Blair Witch Project?
The Sect.
Oh, sorry.
Was there any rituals or cult happenings in the Blair Witch Project? No.
Can I ask, I'm quite interested, because it's the first time it's happened that I can remember, that actually students have used a cutscene from a video game as inspiration for a film. Are you aware that line between video game and Hollywood, for a generic term, is blurring, that actually it clearly seemed to you guys, I guess, a reasonable thing to do, to look at a video game for inspiration?
Well, the game itself is quite film-esque, I guess you could say, because it's episode-based. So each chapter is another episode, and it's kind of like a TV series. But each cutscene is quite cinematic.
Plus, like loads of video games have been made into films, like Lara and stuff like that. So it's slightly different, but it shouldn't be a problem to get inspiration from.
How are you gonna do the filming outside in the woods? Because you've got to have the light and the dark aspect, and if you're willing to add spookiness, it's going to be in the dark, and you're going to have problems with lighting.
You got lights.
Rituals, torches, candles.
Yeah.
Quite satanic looking. So it's quite it works.
I think the other point is just to explain something, is you can do what's called day for night filming. So you film it during the day, and then you colour correct it with digital filters, so that it looks a lot darker. So there is a way creatively to get around, or technically, to get around that. Any other questions? Excellent, thank you very much.
That's our room!
Really? Oh, I had to sit that.